Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, and how are you doing today? Welcome to AZTA003 teaches Arabic. We learned the Arabic alphabets and short vowels in our previous classes. In this lesson, we shall learn and teach you about the various written forms of each Arabic letter when they are joined to one another. This shall be titled Various Written Forms of the Arabic Letter. Let's go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to AZTA003. And our focus in this class is the various written forms of the Arabic letters. The various written form of the letters of the Arabic alphabet. Each letter of the Arabic alphabet takes up varying forms depending on their positions in a word. And as you can see on the table, there are four forms by which the Arabic letter could be written. The first form is the isolated form. The first form is the isolated form, and it's also referred to as the basic form of the letters. It is the form the letter takes up when it is written alone. That is when it is not joined to other letters. The initial form is a form the letters take up when they are joined to succeeding letters only. Another takes up its medial form when it is joined to preceding and succeeding letters. And lastly, an Arabic letter takes up its final form when it is joined to preceding letter only. The first letter of the Arabic alphabet is Alif, and its isolated form or the basic form of letter Alif is written as this: Alif. So the initial form is the form the letter takes up when it is joined to succeeding letters. So this is letter Alif, but letter Alif cannot be joined to succeeding letters. So that is why I'm writing this X to tell you letter Alif cannot be joined to succeeding letters. In the medial form of letter Alif, as we said, the medial form is the form the letter takes up when it is joined to preceding and succeeding letters. As I mentioned earlier, letter Alif cannot be joined to succeeding letters. And the final form of letter Alif is the form the letter takes up when it is joined to preceding letters only. So the last letter we'll focus on is Ba. Its isolated form is this. That is the basic form of the letter. So the initial form of letter Ba is the form it takes up when it's joined to succeeding letters only. So this is called as Ba, and this line represents the succeeding letter, how the letter joins with the succeeding letter. And the medial form is the form it takes up when it's joined to preceding and succeeding letters. So this is letter Ba because it's the preceding letter. So it is joined to a preceding letter and it's also joined to a succeeding letter. Ba is joined to a succeeding letter in this case. And its final form is the form it takes up when it is joined to a preceding letter. So letter Ba can be joined to a preceding letter. The third letter of the Arabic alphabet is Ta. And just like letter B, its initial form is written this way, letter T, and it can be joined to a succeeding letter, right? Its medial form is written this way. A letter T can be joined to a preceding letter and a succeeding letter, and its final form is written this way. This is a preceding letter, and I have the flourish of the isolated form at the end of the final form, and it can be joined to a preceding letter. The fourth letter we're focusing on is letter F. Letter F. This is isolated form. It's made the initial form F. F can be connected to a succeeding letter. Its medial form. So letter F, it can be connected to a preceding and succeeding letter. And this is the final form. And letter F can be connected to a preceding letter. So the fifth letter in focus is letter G, and the isolated form is written this way. So its initial form is written this way. I have the dot under it. Letter G can be joined to succeeding letters. Its medial form is when it's connected to a preceding and succeeding letter. Letter G can be joined or connected to a preceding and succeeding letter. And the final form and this letter G, letter G can be joined to a preceding letter. So the sixth letter in focus is H. Its isolated form is written this way. Its initial form is written this way. Its medial form is written this way, and its final form is written this way. So letter H can be joined to a succeeding letter, can be joined to a preceding and succeeding letter, and can also be joined to a preceding letter only. The seventh letter in focus is H. This is the isolated form of letter H. The initial form of letter H, the medial form of letter H, and the final form of letter H. And as you can see, it can be joined to a succeeding letter, preceding and succeeding letter, and its final form is can be joined to a preceding letter only. The eighth letter in focus is dal. Isolated form, initial form. Letter dal cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. Medial form. Cannot be joined to a succeeding letter, but can be joined to a preceding letter. And final form. So letter dal can be joined to a preceding letter only. So the next letter in focus is the initial form is written this way and cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. Medial form, it can be joined to a preceding letter but cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. So this is the verb can be joined to a succeeding letter but cannot be joined to a preceding letter. The final form of letter vowel is written this way. Letter vowel can be joined to a preceding letter. The 10th letter in focus is letter O. And this is how the isolated form of letter O is written. The initial form of letter O is written this way. Letter O cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. The medial form of letter O is written this way. Letter O can be joined to a preceding letter but cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. The final form of letter O is written this way. Letter O can be joined to a preceding letter. The 11th letter of the Arabic alphabet is Zayn. The initial form of letter Zayn is written this way. It cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. The medial form of letter Zayn is written this way. Letter Zayn can be joined to a preceding letter but cannot be joined to a succeeding letter. This is Zayn. And the final form of letter Zayn is written this way. As you can, letter Zayn can be joined to a preceding letter. So this is the final form. So the 12th letter of the Arabic alphabet that we're focusing on is Sin. This is how the isolated form of letter Sin is written. The initial form of letter Sin is written this way. Sin. So Sin can be joined to a succeeding letter. The medial form of letter Sin is written this way. Sin can be joined to a preceding and succeeding letter. The final form of letter Sin is written this way. Sin can be joined to a preceding letter. The 13th letter of the Arabic alphabet which we're focusing on is Shin, and this is how the isolated form is written. The initial form of letter Shin is written this way. And Shin can be joined to a succeeding letter. The medial form of letter Shin is written this way. Shin can be joined to a preceding and succeeding letter. The final form of letter Shin is written this way. And Shin can be joined to a preceding letter.